Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Couch Cat Podcast. I'm one of your host, Ryan, and I'm joined by co-host Alan.
Hello.
And this is episode 5, and we're going to be discussing the new stepping party system. But before we get into it, Alan, what's up?
Not much, just trying to recover from a cold, so forgive me if my voice sounds a little weird.
Yeah, you sound disgusting.
Yeah, you know.
Actually, it might do you good in post because you usually sound like a whiny little baby.
Oh, gee. Thanks, dude. Well, Couch Cat is over. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Finally,
Goodbye.
I can go back to doing what I really want to do.
Crying in a corner.
Probably. So, I know you're not going to ask me, but I want to give a shout out to my wife because she got me some sweet ass Thai coffee. I'm not good at this. Oh, here's
Where's
Alan.
your video camera?
Yeah. Hey, my name's Alan. Buy a webcam. It's really cool. It's fucking awful. Hold on.
Oh my god.
It's going to keep me up all night, so I'll probably game all night because I'm off tomorrow. So that's something.
Lucky
Then also a prototype.
Yeah, look at that sweet ass shirt. Let us know if you
Cool.
like it and if you want it, because it could come your way.
Yeah, for sure. So keep that in mind. Keep your eyes on it throughout the episode. See different lighting. See if it's something that you're definitely interested in. But anyway, let's move on. So again, it's episode 5, and we're going to be discussing the new stepping party system. What is the stepping party system? Well, it's a lot of things. Not really.
Very simple.
It's pretty simple. What you'd expect from a game called SimpleMMO. But like we've seen in the past, and like we speculate usually, it's got the potential to evolve into something more, and that's what the community wants. They want it to evolve into something more. But anyway, version 11 of SimpleMMO on the 21st of April last month, it was the stepping parties was released. And what does that mean? It meant players could now step with other players by creating or joining a stepping party. So no longer did you have to step alone and be sad. You can now.
Used to be so lonely.
Yeah, it is a very
Yeah, it really is.
So stepping is a core mechanic of the game, and for being an MMO, is like the most loneliest thing you can do. Unless you're in like, I don't know who's. I mean, there's people out there who go in Discord, join VC while they step, but like, if you're not doing that, you're a lonely person in an MMO. But at the time of this release, the maximum was for 4 players per party. The party leader can invite people from their friends list. And let's see, the leader can make the party open so that anybody can join. So basic party mechanics that you'd see in any MMO or any multiplayer game, really.
Yeah, you could have a private or public party.
Right.
So if you want strangers or if you have friends,
yeah,
you could just only invite them, which is nice.
Yep, and they're all viewable on a party list. So when you go to Step, we actually have a video on our YouTube channel of Alan breaking down the party system, stepping party system for now. I told him to mainly make it for me because I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
It was confusing initially. Like, how do I go about this?
I couldn't even leave. I was like, how do I leave this party? You know, I was like, where's the option?
Yeah.
But anyway, so once you join or you're invited to a party, there's initial, like, your stepping screen is replaced with how many players are in your party, up to 4, of course, and you get to see their avatar, their avatars, and they have like little stepping motions, and also it shows when they've, if they're actively stepping, or they're, not stepping. So if you're like floating through a party list and you're like, this party isn't really active, which the party list actually shows you how many people are stepping. Like, it'll show you like, say 3 players, but it says 2 actively stepping. Then you're kind of like, I don't know, if you don't want a straggler, right?
Yeah, I want to maximize my steps.
Yeah, and there's people out there that do, and God bless you. So Anyway, EXP and gold gets distributed across the entire party in real time. So that's, besides like the lonely factor, that's the main draw, especially for PvE. Outside of, guild activities, you now have an opportunity to gain more gold and EXP with, while using 3 other people to your advantage. So that's
It that golden EXP, it seems like it is scaled off of your level, so you can't just join like a 101,000 level player and get their amount of gold every time they step. It
Mhm.
it looks like it scales to your level and your experience.
Yeah, so you can't power level people, but it's a form of power leveling if
It is.
they're like super new, or it's an alt, and well, and they're just
Whoa, now.
hey.
Forbidden.
Keeban's gonna scrub this for me. It's okay. He's
He's
part of
gonna
like
scrub your ult, more like it.
he's like the secret police here. I don't have an alt though. That's the thing. I don't play enough
Yeah,
to have an
yeah,
alt.
I know.
What we got here? So at the time of the release, we're going to go over updates later, but at
Yep.
the time of the release, players remained active within 1 minute of stepping. So a lot, realistically, that kind of sucks because like
If
if
you
you're
go to
not,
do some quests or something,
yeah,
game over.
yeah, it pops you out, or
Yeah,
you're like min maxing and you're like stepping, but then you're going to do like battle arena, and then you're gonna step, or you're gonna even
yeah,
attacking an NPC. It's like or a world boss. A world boss would knock you out of stepping right there. Which,
yeah.
to be fair, even with the update later on that we discuss, world bosses are going to do that depending on how strong it is. Um, but yeah, so a lot of the other things we've already touched on, such as like the players fading out of the UI when they're inactive and things like that. There's a lot of visual cues to it. Um, and there's some other things, like there's some minor UI adjustments, as a smaller loading bar and stuff like that. You can now view your golden EXP on the travel page without bringing up your character pop-up. You're able to change the positioning of the travel screen elements by going to your settings. This is helpful if your screen is large and you want to move the button to the bottom of your screen. Again, I'm reading straight from the update log because I'm not going to remember this verbatim. And they will be linked in the show notes. And we also have a real quick, we also have a weekly blog post that I created for you, the community, to see an effective snapshot um, of all the updates throughout the week, because there's some weeks where we're super heavy and you're easily going to miss it. And if you're not in the Discord, you'll definitely miss it. And if you're not paying attention to the update tab or the update log in the game, you're going to miss it. So if you want to revisit, it's an excellent source for reference. So if you're a content creator and you want to quickly reference an update, come to our website, go to the blog tab, and you can sort by the weekly update log. But moving on, elite material encounters have been decreased slightly, which is kind of whack. But I mean, how else do you balance it, right? And it says here, added rule that forbids parties with alt accounts.
Yeah, so you can't be stepping twice over with your several alts.
Yeah, and I'm sure people would want to abuse that. So
Oh, absolutely, because you could have up to 2 additional profiles, I believe it is, 2 alt
really,
profiles?
I thought it was just one.
I thought it's 2. Either way, like, you fill up half a party just by having
Yeah.
yourself in an alt, so it's kinda busted.
Listen, people, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Unless you get banned from the game and then there's no forgiveness, so I don't know
Listen,
about that
people.
one.
Listen.
If you wanna throw all your hard work down the drain, listen to Ryan.
Hey, I've asked Mike himself, and he was like,
Oh boy.
"You're
Yeah,
going to
I'm
get
sure
banned,
Mike is
brother.
gonna like that one.
You're
Yeah, I'm
going
sure
to
he's
get
gonna like
banned."
that one.
So if Mike says you're going to get banned, then you go to Keeban, and you ask Keeban, and Keeban says, "I don't know," and then you're like, "Okay, that's good enough for me." Ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
it happened. That's how information trickles down. You start with the top, you don't get the answer you want, and then you keep going to individual mods that you know personally, that will give you an answer that you'll essentially be okay with. But
Oh, yeah. Mom and dad
never,
games always work out well.
yeah, never asking Wicked though, because that shit will get me banned. uh, so let's move on to the 22nd of April, which is the day right after this release. It was a micro update, a micro change to the stepping party system. And though it's not specific, it lists here travel optimizations were made, enabled refreshing on the party main page, which is great,
Mhm.
especially if you're playing browser. I mean,
Yep.
you can now view other parties even if you are already in a party, which is excellent because you should always have your foot, 1 foot forward, ready to bail out on your friends or stragglers. Just something to live by.
Yeah, just bail on your friends. It's all right.
Yeah,
Do
just
it all the time.
ask Fly. Fly and E, they do it all the time. That's why they're
Ooh.
friend. Oh,
Ooh.
so player attacks and they abandon you. um, don't tell them I said that.
Oh, just making
Anyway,
enemies over here.
frenemies, so you're like slightly friends or slightly enemies. You meet in between.
Yeah, yeah.
Added a cooldown to notifications you receive from players joining your party. I guess that was an issue, or it was broken. I don't know. And active steppers are now within a 2 minute of stepping instead of one. Pretty good adjustment. There's probably going to be more in the future, but I think 2 minutes is a sweet spot,
Yeah,
especially if you're doing this to be active,
right.
not just like I step and then I go blow my nose and then I go pet my dog. I should step. That doesn't count. You
Yeah,
should just
yeah,
step alone at that point.
yeah.
You're soaking EXP, unless that's like the intention. Like unless unless they make a change, Alan, where if you're inactive, you don't get gold or EXP, period.
You don't if you're inactive.
Well, there you go. See, I don't
The whole point, you get rewarded for being active in a stepping party by
but
getting that golden
that's
EXP.
power living 101, dude.
No,
That's
sorry, you
Maple
can't just
story,
sit
man.
there at a party and just absorb
That's
everything.
Fly FF. You join a party and you
Uh,
fucking fuck off in a tree and everyone all right,
that's why there's
whatever.
a 2-minute limit, so that if you go past that, you no longer receive any of the gold or EXP because you're not helping the party. You're a freeloader. Fuck the freeloaders.
Dude, I'm just saying, like Trunk can, attest to this. Our friend of the show. I've done a lot of like ladder climbing and just staying there in Maple Story while he just cleared the whole map. It's part of life. I'm sorry, not sorry. And then the final change added a badge. I like how I just go right back and added a badge on the member list to show if a player is currently stepping or not. And that's what I actually mentioned earlier, but I saw when I started stepping in parties, it was already available to me. So I thought that was native. My bad. So let's move on to general thoughts. Alan, let's start with you because I've just been all over the place.
Yeah. uh, I thought it was an excellent time. Wow, I could really hear that
That's
slurping.
gonna piss me
Just
off in post. I'm so
that
sorry.
that ASMR right there. Nah, but
Another bullet.
I really enjoyed the release timing because it was in the middle of the Easter event where stepping was the name of the game for the Easter event. For those who don't know or missed out on it, it's like all the other events where you step to get, in this case it was eggs and carrots,
Yeah.
and then you redeem those for items.
Mhm.
So you need a step. Being able to step in a party during an event was phenomenal. Perfect timing by Mike to release it during that time. I really loved the UI changes.
Mhm.
I think it looks clean and crisp now. And then just being able to step in a party and not be so alone all the time.
Even though it's like, when you're stepping alone, you can really jam out to pop punk and you can really feel connected. You know what I mean?
But you could share it with everyone too. You could be alone together.
But then you can't, like, when you listen to Late Nights in My Car from Real
That's
Friends,
fair. Yeah,
you
yeah.
better do it alone because you don't want that emotion to be seen on your face.
For the small amount of our community that understands that reference, good on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, defend pop punk, brother.
Yeah, so what do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree with most, if not all, your take. Uh, I'll start with the design choice. That's Dude, this headset makes my head itchy. Anyway, uh, I keep
Man, you are all over the place
the
today.
it's the tie tee, dude. It's fucking me up. So the design choice, it's like the whole move with like the rebrand, right? With the
Yep.
logo and the website, it all looks freaking great. The iOS app looks amazing. I remember the Android app when I used to have a Pixel, and I was like, still kind of ass, you know. Better playability, but so overall, it's good to see new implementations not taken away from the design. Um, though it's not really that serious anyway. Like, it's just, they barely changed the stepping page, but the choices they made, it looks good, right? So I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you. And on your point with like being lonely, uh, I would say because of the party system, it's more engaging. It
Yep.
actually encouraged me to step more. The week it was released, like you said, Easter. I already had my stuff. I didn't really care, but I was testing the feature out while I was making these notes here, and yeah, it was just more engaging. There's things missing, which we're going to discuss later in the episode. So it's kind of hard not to talk about it, but it's coming up anyway. But I won't go too deep into the woods here. But and I would like to point out, stepping is now more approachable for social players.
Yep.
Uh, we always say this is dead horse, but it's a social game, so I think the party system is like a no brainer, right? Um, though with some features missing, at least visually and EXP and gold wise, you're being social. Like you're spreading the wealth, and you're in a party. You're finally in a party within SimpleMMO, a browser based game, which I think that alone is pretty amazing. Um, like not game breaking.
Absolutely.
We've seen it before, but it's just it's kind of like the one of the updates that's happened, like guild roles, right? It's kind of like that should have been a thing already, and it's finally here, and it's like kind of glossed over, but um, I'm just glad to see it. And last thing, um, we brought up in the notes, but it's not great enough to power level, but it's good enough to gain that extra gold and EXP while taking care of like your daily task. Especially like step 250 times, or um you're in a guild and you have a guild activity, um step x amount of times. I don't even know, we've never done one before, right? Or we have done and we failed it, so
Yeah. Yeah,
uh
when they first came out.
yeah, we were like, we just lost all
Yeah,
the
all that gold to start that, and no way of even
yeah.
barely accomplishing
and
this.
then and then and then Dark Taylor's like the most powerful guild in the world, and they couldn't even get it, and we're like,
Yeah.
maybe we should have waited for them to
Yeah.
waste their money. Because they probably tax their players too. Fuck it, man. If you're in the top 10, you tax your players.
Yeah,
Uh, but not Couch Cat,
that's right.
so think about that. Just saying.
We don't tax around here.
We don't tax our. We don't have enough people to tax, but once we do,
Yeah.
we'll change our ways. I promise you.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah. So that's all I have. So let's move on to what we hope the stepping party system evolves to, and obviously we want it to evolve to a party system that's fluid and used in all aspects of the game, right?
Right.
So Alan, we're probably going to talk about the same thing.
We
So
are. We are.
so we can just blend, say it, and we'll just we'll
Yeah,
go off
bounce
it.
off each other.
Yeah.
I think the idea of you have it here as dungeons or like mini world
Mhm.
bosses, if you will, or
Yeah.
something like mini bosses, because you only get oh crap, my memory, 16 world bosses now. Don't quote me on it. Used to be 12, or it is 12 now. I don't know. 12 to 16, we'll call it there. World bosses a week.
Hardly know her. I don't. You know.
A week. It's hard to keep up with all these updates. That's why there's a blog post.
Oh, that was a
Uh,
good one, dude. That was a good. That was a good one.
That's right. Business. Um anyways. Yeah, so having like the like mini world bosses or mini or dungeons where you have a mini boss that your party could go in and take out. And obviously, I don't think these should be every like 2 steps or whatever,
Hmm.
but I do think that would be cool to see
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you imagine a system, kind of like in those multiplayer, um, just co-op games where it's like the longer you're in a match, the probability of you getting effed up. Like there's gonna be like a
Yep.
boss, like a mini boss that spawns, or a swarm, right? So imagine
Right.
if like you're stepping long enough, maybe in a dungeon, maybe in an area, and the party has like there's like a counter or something, and you can see
Yeah.
like the probability of encountering a mini boss or like a map boss, something to
Right,
give
right.
you extra incentive to party together, and it's only available through parties. Of course, you could make like you could sprinkle in minor uh, boss encounters with solo players, but like make something that's tied to the party system to encourage that system being used. I think that'd be cool. I think
Yeah.
you're stepping, and for the people who are stepping for like fucking hours, like reward them, reward their time, and on the back end, showing uptime in your game,
Yeah.
with like these encounters.
I'm sure that would be incredibly hard, to
Yeah,
balance though. Could you imagine? Because like, I literally
everyone
can
just
join.
everyone just yeah,
Yeah, like, I could have, like, a level, like, 200 in my party, and then, like, a level 46,000 in my party, and I'm level 4,500 or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I think it should clearly make it, like, as hard enough for the 46,000 guy,
Mhm.
and level 200 better hold on for dear life because he's about to go on a roller coaster
Yeah,
of pain, but, like, I think that would be rewarding. Sure, it would probably help power level a bit for the lower level guys, or
or they
it
die.
it 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 scales to your level as well, just like the
Mhm.
golden EXP, but, yeah, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Good luck, Mike, trying to balance that, though, if you decide to implement it.
Mike, please talk to me and don't steal my ideas.
Yeah.
I'm trademarking them as we speak, so
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
they're half the time I guess stuff and it's already in development, so um, that's happened like twice, I think. It's not a good track record, okay? Don't
Alright, let's start taking bets, folks.
Ugh,
Write it down, get his
yeah.
predictions.
But anyway, so we hope, dungeons or encounters or just
Yeah,
activities in general, like maybe in the future you can have like parties will have specific uses or goals. So like, hey, you can designate your party as, you know, um, material gathering, right?
right.
And so you're going to Holbeck or whatever, Holbeck,
Oh,
whatever.
Beck.
Yeah. So you're going somewhere specifically, and it gives like you can make it the area, or you can make it like there's a party designator, like in like a drop down, and that gives you a bonus towards mats or resource nodes, like stuff like that, because there's gatherers, there's crafters, there's
Right,
merchants,
right.
right? So that would be interesting. That would increase the depth of the system itself. And also that splits off that guild activities. Just now you have a party system. How can you how can you make it fit into guild activities? I mean, you can do stepping, you can do the stepping, that step activity, and then you have multiple
Yep.
fragmented 4-person parties. That's cool. But can you do stuff this is a whole nother thing, but like PvP? Like, can you do PvP parties as another designator, and can that feed into Guild War parties? Because
That would be cool, like, roving 4v4 packs
yeah,
just, in stepping.
yeah,
That would be dope.
it's weird because I think of Ninja RPG where you can kind of look down and you can move by grid.
Right,
In
right.
Simple, it's not that way. So I don't
It'd be
really
just,
know.
like, random encounter in the back end type thing.
Yeah, or designated, like you can pick up to 10 players and do guild v guild battles.
Yeah.
And it's just like a screen. It's an instance, and it's funny because there's no like skills or the attributes. It's literally 3 attributes, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it's
Just
not
hit
that
attack.
interesting. It's who's gonna have the whales, who's gonna
Yep.
have the HP, and that's about it, right?
I could not imagine. It's like us
Oh
versus like Death Star or something,
yeah, or
and
fly
like they're just yeah,
like
roving whales just come and clean our.
like Satan, who's like, yeah, I just dropped like $1,000 of diamonds yesterday. It's like, Jesus fuck,
Yeah,
dude. Like, but
yeah, yeah,
I think those would be more interesting on the free to play side, where like everyone's kind of a mix, under 1,000, and no one really has an advantage of each other. It's like it literally comes down to their items and their attribute, like if they're going
yep.
defense or strength. I think that would be cool, but
I think that could be. I don't. Well, I can't speak to the back end, but I think you could see that be implemented. Like, you know how when we're stepping down, we come across a single person, we could wave or view their profile and
yeah,
then attack them. we could, come across a party and we could either wave to that party or attack them. I think that would be cool.
Or maybe
Um,
like initiate like a party duel or something. So that way you give
yeah,
players a choice and they're not getting roped into like getting slammed.
yeah,
Unless they kind of do like like a general MMO like Warcraft or something where like this map is purely PvP. Like the game as a whole is PvP, but like this map, if you enter as a party, you can get attacked.
yeah. That'd
So
be interesting. A
um
PvE and a PvP
yeah, yeah. You know,
towns. Yeah.
who knows what that would look like you said on the back end, but those are just ideas. Those are just hopes and
Yep.
dreams. Um and then
Mike, fulfill our dreams.
yeah, please, Mike. And the final thing, party chat. That's all I want.
I think that one's going to be interesting, right? Because like on a computer, it's easy to have global chat, trade chat, support chat,
Hmm.
whatever, guild chat open because it takes off your right side of the screen, but
Hmm.
you still have the ability to click on traveling. On Android, when you open up the chat, it covers half of your screen vertically,
Hmm.
Uh, so you can't click buttons behind it. Otherwise, you have to like it closes the chat if you try to click on the left side of the screen. So I would think if you want a party chat, I think it'd be beneficial, at least on the mobile version, to split your screen in half or something.
Hmm.
So you could type on like the bottom half, and then you could step on the top half. Um, that way you don't have to choose between the two
Yeah.
every time, which would be really annoying.
I just I just I just wish I could talk to the party. You're what's meta? I love that term, dude. But I even use it in Phasmo. You can ask Satan. So he's so over it right now. But like people just wave at they go to your profile and wave
Yeah,
because you're able to navigate and not get kicked out of the party. So people wave, leave comments, whatever. Um, that's like the courtesy of the party system right now.
yep,
Um,
yep.
but yeah, so we have a lot of podcast input, well, community input for this episode. And Alan, if you could do the honors of reading them,
Sure.
because I can't see them because I'm recording my screen.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. So, Undead I Exist says, oh, actually, let me say what's the question that we actually asked so you
Hmm.
guys understand. What's your overall impression of stepping in as a party so far? And then what more do you want from the party system?
Hmm.
Satan and Graven both were trolling, so they just said yes.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
we're going to have to fire them soon.
Yep, yep. The first good comment here, Undead I Exist. Thank you for this. They said, quite helpful, although I think the system could be improved. I think that if a player goes inactive on stepping for more than 10 minutes, they automatically get kicked from the party to open up a new slot. I think that's fair. 10 minutes is a pretty long time for an
What's the
active
party leader
stepping group.
doing?
Yeah, that would be my question. Be like, well,
Get a better party
I, I
lead.
I would leave that party if my party lead's not
Yeah.
grooming this party properly. Grooming is probably the
Now,
wrong word, but
before, when no one knew how to leave a party, yeah, you're held hostage,
yeah.
okay? But thanks to our YouTube guide that's been live for like a week, you won't ever get stuck in a party again.
Ooh, plugged.
Ooh, fuck. That was
Um,
good. That was a good one.
okay. Disdain. Disdain says, I want interaction to have a part in stepping parties.
Hmm.
Give maybe extra modifiers if you're stepping with someone you have high interaction with. Also, maybe reward parties actively stepping. I think that's pretty cool. Like if you're married to someone in this game,
Hmm.
excuse
Or
me.
just high level of friendship.
Yeah. You get like a extra like I don't know 1%. Oh my goodness, hiccups bonus. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like
Definitely
the idea.
abusable. I mean, everything in this game is
Oh yeah,
abusable at some point,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That'd be rough. I think it would also not. The downside would like you'd probably have the same four people stepping constantly, and you're not mixing
Yeah.
and matching. Which,
That's true. It
uh,
it it does promote um not not opening up your circle, so to speak.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
But
in
I
the
mean,
top 10 guilds. Like, why would you want to open up your circle, right?
yeah. But like at the end of the day, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Still cool.
Yep.
Cool idea.
Yep. Uh, Crucio says. Stepping
Of course
parties
you,
are a very
man.
the stepping parties are a very nice addition. It makes me want to step more. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it made everyone want to step more. So yeah,
Two
absolutely.
things happened. It made you step more, and it made you say you wanted to step more, but you didn't step more.
Yeah.
Not bad camps to be in, if you ask me, because I fall in the.
um, Alan7868, who is a stepping king, by the way,
Not to be
has said
confused with our very own Alan. It's spelled differently.
yes,
I know
yes.
everyone gets confused about that, so just throw it out there.
Thanks. He
Mhm.
spells it Alen. What a interesting take.
What a loser! No, Pratt's gonna be so mad. It's like his
Yeah, he'll
protege,
come
dude.
in, yeah,
Yeah,
slap us around. I'm sorry.
please, I'm on
Um,
safe mode, dude.
Alan says, "I've loved stepping parties since the update came out. I've been able to step with people I've always wanted to step with, and the extra gold XP is a pretty nice additive in active parties. It'd be good if they added an option to change leader or make it so lead gets transferred automatically when they leave. A party chat would also be something people would want sooner or later, but I'm not sure how good that would be with how awkward people can be sometimes."
Says
True.
Alan. Alan saying
Yeah.
how awkward people, and he's fucking awkward when it comes to like how like insane. Like, don't ask him if he's been stepping or if he's gotten sleep or if he's eaten because you don't want to know the answer.
He continues on saying close friends are more likely to chat or
Mhm.
VC on Discord anyways. Overall, I think it's one of the best updates. Man, I'm late. To the comment section. Okay, you're not late. You're good, man. Appreciate your comments. I do like the option of changing the leader because that's annoying when
Mhm.
the leader just dims out and goes inactive and not cancel the party,
Yeah.
or if they straight up just disband it completely while the other three are grinding away.
Yeah, so like League of Legends, like party drops, it changes to someone else. So
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. I
just to
think
keep
that.
things fluid. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't lose your other three
Hmm.
players
Oh my
or your
god,
other two.
like that reminds me of like old Call of Duty, like when you're in that lobby and it just continues on. Even Halo, like you just stay
Yes.
with the same people, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
eventually when you see them start changing with someone else's name, you're like, where did Banana 69 go, dude? We
Yeah.
grew up together.
Dude, that was honestly the best part of the party, like the game for those that just
Hmm.
keep playing the same people.
Yeah.
Um, all right, Keevan says, I think that step
All right.
parties
Next.
were
Next. Next. I'm just kidding.
I think that step parties were a nice addition to stepping, adding a bit extra to SMMO while also keeping it simple at its core. Nice. You could try hard if you want and kick people as soon as they're inactive, like Wicked, getting called out. Or
Oh
have a
fuck.
permanent party just to step with friends. Altogether, I think it's actually better than the step parties that were teased in the April 1st update log, and the person reading this thinks Keyban is the worst. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you're right, Keyban. You are the worst mod ever.
Hmm.
Uh, no.
But that's why we hire you because we can't have anyone better than us.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta have the bar low.
Yeah, refer to our mod section in the Discord.
Yeah. uh, God, it feels nice to just rip on people when they can't talk back, right?
I know. I'm sure to see it in the DMs. I'm sure
Yeah,
to
yeah.
I'll get added.
Comments.
I'll get added next thing in the morning. So.
Yeah, yeah. He has a good point here. The permanent party just a step with friends. Like you don't have to leave a party at the end of the day. You could just walk away.
Hmm.
So then every time you step, you're still in the party, and you may just be alone, or you may be with everyone. And I think
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
and
I
there's
didn't even think
no,
about that.
like you said in the notes, like you don't earn anything if you're not active. So there's no abusing it.
Right,
Hmm.
right. That's an interesting take on it. I never even thought about doing it like that because
Yeah, there's games like that. There's games where like you create the party and the party exists. Even if you like, I think Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online was like that. Like you create the party, and when they drop, they're just grayed
yep,
out, but they take a
yep,
slot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool. Worse cats. I think that's how you say it. Uh, I'm going with that. They have a cat picture, anyways.
They're
I would like
posting
to
the
see a
cat
party
tags.
chat. Yeah, yeah. Um, and then Crash Sunshine says, "I prefer toggle, so the party leader can decide whether automatic kicks happen or not.
Hmm.
I really enjoy the stepping parties. It's been one of the best updates in a long time. I love seeing others while stepping. I've been stepping a lot more again since the parties were introduced. So yeah,
And she probably means turning the toggle off, kind of like a permanent party. right? That would be kind of like a workaround.
Or I think she means if
People don't
someone
get
goes
kicked out.
inactive, they immediately get kicked, or I get to choose when to kick.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
if you see who she's stepping with, like Fly, like Wicked, and everyone, they have like a cuties party, and it's the same like the same name every day. So
No love for the friends. Kick them immediately.
I've known you for
Um,
3 years. Goodbye.
yeah.
And then it's like over and over and over, like constantly
Yeah.
kicking, and like it doesn't get better from here, Crash. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
uh,
Cool. So that
that's
was all the comments.
yeah. Thank you so much for all the comments. It really helps us. If you join the Discord, make sure you get the podcast roll. Not only will you get notifications when the podcasts are released, or if we're going live, but you'll also get notified when we ask for input, and you'll be featured on the next available episode that the input's tied to. Um, but yeah, before I lose my thought, that's a cool way
Yep.
to abuse the stepping party. Like you like lure innocent people like Crash, and you're like, hey, come join our party. As soon as they join, you kick them. It's like now that we're on the top of like Xbox and stuff. There's
Yeah.
this thing that me and Ben used to do, who friend of the show, in Halo. I'm pretty sure, and like people would be like, how like the lobby stays the same, or you can invite people to parties, and if they showed their true colors after a couple rounds and they're annoying, Ben would be like, "What's the shape of Italy?" and then just kick them. Like they wouldn't even get time to answer, just kick them. So like that'd be cool to do once to like Keybin or something.
Yeah, let's just start trolling people in the stepping parties now.
We have nothing to lose. We're just bottom feeders at this point. Like,
We know our place.
we know. But yeah. So but again, thanks
Yeah.
for the input. It's one of the most fun parts of the episode. So if
Oh
you're
yeah.
if you're down for that and you want to be a part of it, again, refer to what I just said. But that's it for the inputs. Before closing out the episode, we have a what's next section. But before the what's next session, I just want to let everyone know that shout out to Keybin. Keybin resized our logo, 2 versions, to be made into a sprite. So not only are they available in our Discord for emojis purposes, but it's now available in game via Alan, aka Crazy Fi, and it's pretty much, what would you describe it as, Alan? It's like an info sprite.
Yeah. It's like there's guides. There's
Mm-hmm.
someone out there has made items into guides. We have that, except it guides you to our content.
Yeah, so really
Uh,
cool. Uh, Thanks to Keevan for taking the time. He
yeah.
was like busy, and he literally turned that shit around in like not even an
Really
hour. So
thankful to him.
yeah,
And
he's a
those
good
who want
dude.
to pull it up in game, it's Couch Space Cat. Just our brand name. You do the double brackets around that, and it'll show up in chat, so you could flaunt it off if you want,
Yeah, take a
or make
look.
fun of us.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But it's in the game. Pretty sweet. We haven't really talked about it. We stormed through Keeban's like metaphorical studio. Was like, dude, can you do this? Like, Alan's here physically. We have an idea, and he was like, sure. So real sweet of him to do that for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what's next? Well, what's actually next? Third party add on review. We're still in the process of doing that. There's not really a lot to pick from. So
Yeah, there's currently 2. I asked the cursors Yumo's whole party, like his whole toolkit, I guess you could call it,
mhm.
of things that you could do. And then there's another like PvP tool that I found through the Discord third-party add-ons on the official SimpleMMO Discord channel. I just ask if you know of any others, just let us know, because what we want to do is just review them, even have like tutorials of how to use them, because
Yeah.
some of them are confusing as hell. Just so everyone gets to have that knowledge.
Yeah, it's cool. And I'm really curious if Koi still has theirs locked behind guild membership, because I know Koi has one way back from the
Oh,
interview.
if that's the case, Koi, hit us up. If you share it
Mhm.
with us, we'll broadcast it and tell everyone that it's only for those who want to be in koi.
Yeah.
We'll recruit for you.
Yep. I remember too, because I was like, hold on, before I post this in the article, let me check with Yoma real quick if this is even allowed. And Yoma was like, huh, I'll just make one for free. And like, then he just made one. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay. uh, Also, more guides coming on the YouTube channel. That's Alan's realm. So whenever he stops being lazy, um,
Oh man, I've
yeah,
been busy. Way to
yeah,
call me out.
he's lazy.
Nah, I have about 5 or 6 written up, ready to be recorded, so those should be being pushed out here shortly.
Yep. And if you haven't seen it yet, the stepping party system video is pretty much what they're going to be like.
Yep.
Short, sweet, to the point. And we were tinkering with YouTube Live. It's not that great. For some reason, my internet just is shit. So, but Verizon is, fiber's coming. It's coming within like a month or two. So maybe that'll change things. But for now, if we are going to go live, we're going to go live in the Discord channel, and it's only going to be for certain special videos. We're not ready to release those yet. I don't know if we even have a list to release yet, but
I'll just act like we do.
yeah, but those were fun, and we're looking to bring it back. We're also looking to bring back
Yep.
game night once we have a stable schedule.
Yep.
So again, join the Discord. You'll see a role for game night, and that's usually stuff where we can play like online browser games where everyone can join in, and we can rotate people out and play party games essentially.
Yep.
But that's it. That's for the episode. Again, check out that Sprite in game. Check out this T-shirt. Pretty cool. It's just a concept. Here, let me get better. It's just a concept. Right now, we're gauging people's interest. Please, we will ship internationally, but please let there be just not a lot of international people for once in our life. Like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, I'll
if you
ship
guys
this off to Romania. How fucking fun is that?
yeah. If you guys are interested, we're tinkering with the idea of stickers, hats, and shirts right now. So
Yeah.
please hit us up. Let us know what you think would be enjoyable for you to wear or to rep.
Yep.
And
And before Mike even asked, like, yes, I have the hat. Like, I have a hat. I have white or black for you to choose, Mike. Don't worry about it. It's already reserved. It's in my closet. I have a box of them. So before you ask, where's mine? It's there. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's the episode. Like always, check out our website, couchcatpod.com. Our website, has all the relevant links, which will be available in our episode description as well. But it's got our Twitter, it's got our Discord, it's got our YouTube, it's got blogs, and it's got our archive of episodes. So please check that out. And I want to reiterate the blogs. Stable content. It's stable. It's coming out weekly. It's coming out monthly. And what I mean by that, weekly we have the logs that we talked about earlier. Monthly we have content roundup. So essentially, content that we've released throughout the month. So the next one would be at the end of May, and that way, if you're new or if you miss things and you're not sure you miss things, you don't want to navigate through the whole website or etc., you can go straight to that blog post, the newest one, and you can see what we've released and their hyperlinks. I'm also toying with some other stuff, some like editorial picks. So my old show, Sword and Slime, rest in peace, brother. I liked finding gaming related content and blasting it out there. So if you're an avid reader like I am, I know Alan used to read, but now he's lazy. So, but if you're an avid reader, if you love reading gaming articles about like MMOs, JRPGs, stuff like that, if you like watching YouTube content about gaming, I will have a list for you to check out. I think it was cool. Maybe you'll enjoy it too. But the blog section of the video is going to be stable and it's going to be expanding. So I just want to put emphasis on that. And then again, if you like what you hear, and now if this doesn't explode on us through AMD, if you like what you see, leave us a review. You can leave us a review through Apple, linked through our website, or you can leave us a review on our website that's just native to the website. We'll shout you out, through Twitter. We'll shout you out on the next available episode. We have a great core audience, and we just, we love hearing, you people give us props in Discord. But if you just take the extra minute, you're not signing up. You're literally just you're picking a name for yourself, and if you go to our review page, you'll see people pick ridiculous names. Banana 69 is not taken yet, just letting you know. So take the extra minute, put exactly what you would tell us, but right there, put it on our website. It helps us a ton. And last but not least, tell your friends, tell your guild mates that you enjoy the show. We're trying to reach more people. There's a whole community within the game that's not on Discord that's missing out on great content, and we're here trying to prevent the same question being asked in global chat every day. So yeah, that's all I got. Alan, do you have anything before we close out?
Well, you covered it. Appreciate you guys listening or watching.
Yeah, that's all we got. Peace out.
Bye-bye.